Cryptocurrency land. Yes. I've spent like the last day trying to explain to people in different discords that everything in crypto is bugged. Everything's buggy. It's a new technology, right? I mean, everything is buggy. And the ones, literally, this is so true. The ones of us that can figure out how to navigate all the bugs, right? You're going to win. The people that cry over just not, like a guy had a good analogy. He's like, when life slams a door in your face, punch a hole through the wall, walk through the damn wall. You have to move forward. People do nothing but complain. When things don't go their way, people start to panic. I've seen this in life-threatening situations. People end up dead, right? It's like, you cannot panic. You've got to control your emotions. Like when an NFT mint goes down and there's something buggy going on, people panic and then they complain, oh, I didn't do that. I didn't get a mint because of this. Where I stay calm. I try to figure out what the bug is. I clear my cache. I refresh my page. I'll open up multiple tabs. I'll do all kinds of shit. And then boom, all of a sudden it works. So yeah, crazy world we live in, man. And that's across the board, right? It is cold out right now. My nose is running. Jesus. Okay. Let's get on to Bitcoin here. Woo! Traditional markets. Yeehaw! Looks like Nasdaq's pulling back. Hell, it was down almost 600 points, I believe. Only down 300 right now. SPY got actually REKT today. Now remember, yesterday, I said SPY is going to trend. SPY is going to trend hard this month. Very volatile. The options traders, they're all going to end up in freaking iron condors and butterflies, and you know that. These guys are buying puts, buying calls, selling puts, selling calls. The market's going to be all over the place. So in the long run, that's the whole thing with options. I explained to somebody. You might have somebody new coming in Discord. Found him over in another in NFT land. I started talking about options, and he was like, "Oh shit!" But options is all about you. It's not like you wake up one morning and you just go, you know what? I'm going to put on an iron condor today. That's not the way it works. You end up buying a put. You end up buying a call. Or the other side of the coin. You're selling premium. Whatever it might be. Now, when you understand the deeper strategic plays and options, the bottom line is, in options, it's all about preserving profit and capping your risk. That's all it is. And when you understand how to navigate that option, all the options like that, I mean, you're good to go. But people that don't, you can lose a lot of money, especially if you're selling premium. That's why there's a lot of brokerages, they don't even let you sell premium, right? They don't even let you sell premium. It's dangerous. You can lose a lot of money selling premium. Buying premium, all you're going to lose is whatever the premium was, right? So, all right. I just want to go on a little rant about that. Let me see here. Who do we all got in here? Oh, nice. The regs. Donnie made a very nice upgrade to Your Mom's Boss. It is now based on log returns. So, there's going to be an upgrade. To be honest, I don't even know if we gave that out. We wanted to make some changes to it. So if we have that, yeah. Well, what is that, MJ?
Yeah,
have
it's uploaded in TradingView, but so all we have to do is update it, and then we can just turn it on. But you're right. No one has it at this point. So
okay. So we'll update it. Maybe Donnie can do that in TradingView. Update the new code into it, and then we'll give it out because it's a cool indicator. Really is. And now that it's based on log returns, boop, get it rolling, baby. Let's get it rolling. Let's check out the VRE, and we're definitely going to move over to SPY and Nasdaq because, in my opinion, SPY and Nasdaq, it's wrecking a lot of people. I told you what I think is going to happen with traditional markets. I think everything found a bottom. To be honest, I was talking with a guy earlier, and he's like, "Oh, I'm going to launch this project in the bear market." I'm like, "What bear market?" I was like, "We're not in a Bitcoin's been a bull since the beginning of time. People are taking profits. I think Bitcoin find a bottom. It's like, well, everybody else I've talked to, or most people I've talked to, they say we're going to 15K or 10K and we're in a bear market. I'm like, yeah, that's most people. Most people don't trade volatility, probability, and statistics. And most people, 99.9% of the time, are on the other side of the algo trading. Right? That's why they're always losing money in the markets. Literally, 90% of retail traders lose. It's a fact. You know, there's very few people that make money. It's insane. It really is. But you can see what Bitcoin's doing right now. Where's Bitcoin ranging right now? Here's the top of the weekly price action volatility range. Here's the center. Here's the bottom. Right? We're sitting here in the weekly price action volatility range right now. And to be more exact, today, pretty much ranging in the 68.3 Laplace distribution range. We've dipped below it a couple times, but the 4-hour distribution levels, normal and Laplace, kick price action back to the top side. This last 4-hour candle, this was kind of a little rando wick. It actually hit probably not even a 0.5. No, just rando. Little drop. Boop. The bulls are going to hardcore defend this area down here. They're front running. They're front running bottom of this weekly price action volatility range. And you can see it. What are the bears defending? The top side of the weekly price action volatility range. Whoever breaks to the either side of this weekly range is going to determine the next probably 10K move, right? We could have some new lows in Bitcoin, or we could start making our way up to some new all-time highs. And for what I'm seeing on the charts, it looks good to the top side. But just typical Bitcoin fashion, man. It's going to shake people loose, right? It's trying to knock people out of their positions. I guarantee you, from the drop, right, yesterday, there's still people that probably haven't taken their short profit. It's crazy. Just like people that did not take profit on their longs. They got wrecked. That's why, being an alpha trader, just take your profit. Take your profit at price action volatility ranges, distribution level ranges, things of that nature. And you're always going to be on the right side. All right? Especially if you're trading the volatility and you understand what you're looking at on your statistic indicators. Because that's what the algos are, it's telling you what these algorithms are doing, right? And it's all about probabilities. Everything we do at alpha trading, it's all about the probabilities. 100%. So we took a look at the VRE. Let's pop over here. Let's see what's going on this weekly. And you can see. So what are we doing right now? We're back down, right? We're barely right now. We're about $500 and some change below the 68.3% Laplace distribution range to the downside on this current candle, on this weekly current candle. That's where we're at. We almost went to the top side of the 68.3, right? The beginning of the week here. Popped up. Now it came down. Dipped below. Boop. We're right around there. Like I said, we're about $500 below. Let's see if Bitcoin can close this day above 37.5. So where's 37.5 over here? It's up. You know what? And price action really hasn't got into the meat of this daily price action volatility range, right? And this is the thing too. This daily range was above the weekly still. So if Bitcoin can close above, here's 37.4, right? 37.4 is the center of the daily range. I'm looking today for BTC to try to close above 37.5, right up here towards the top side of the daily range. Regardless, unless Bitcoin were to pump above this 1 SD by the end of the day, next hour in like 45 minutes, the new daily price action volatility range is going to drop. It's going to drop down into this weekly range. You guys, you got to understand this area right here from about 35.9 to, I'm going to use this daily range. Probably to about, let's even say 37.9. right? So there's a $2,000 area. There's going to be a ton of volatility, and this thing's going to be all over the place. And I can't wait to go over to SPY here in a little bit. We'll check out that chart of today because the thing's trending all over the place. That monthly range is literally telling you if you're trading low time frame volatility in traditional markets, you're going to make out like a bandit if you understand how to read these indicators. Trust me, it's out there to be made. SPY's going to make some massive moves. Holy crap. I mean, it's down 2.35% today. That's massive in traditional markets, right? Down 10.75. Crazy. And I know that Nasdaq was down almost 600 points at one time. Well, when we get over to that chart, we'll see for sure how far it dropped. Don't you hate getting old? Who's old? When you wake up? I wake up this morning. It's like I got hit in the back with a sledgehammer up here right around the low neck, high back region. I didn't do anything. Just wake up and you're like, oh shit, why am I in pain? Oh my God, I never eat ibuprofen. Boy, I did. Right before stream, I had to take some. It was getting bad. Okay, let's get back. Pain throwing me off track. So yeah, that's what I want to see. Let's see if we can close the daily. If not today, tomorrow. Let's see at the end of the day here where the new daily price action volatility range is. That'll tell a lot. But I'll tell you what else, what's telling a lot. If you're using the ultimate power mean and you have one of your plots on the reverse Fisher and you have it set up correctly, 254 length, smoothing on a 254 length. Okay, that's the red dots right here. This is the 4 hour. Price actions have been bouncing off of it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, we're talking all day today, right? These 4 hour candles, all 6 of them, been just hanging, hovering above the reverse wave trend. Now, this would be good today on the 4 hour to close above this skinny white line. That is the mean of the deviation bands, which we are going to publish. They're coming out. Donnie added the Laplace distribution into it, so you can change these, right? You can put it on Laplace distribution bands or normal distribution bands, one or the other. So we're going to get that published and distributed out to everybody too. I love that word, distribution. Just the word itself is just wonderful. Distribution. So that last, right at the beginning of this 4 hour candle opening, it tried to dip down. I'm sure everybody was going, oh, traditional markets had a bad day. Bitcoin's getting ready to dump out. And what happened, right? It ran up like $1,000 real fast. Literally, from wick to wick, 260 to 1, about $900. I mean, it went up quick too. We'll look on the 15-minute chart when I get over to the regular trading chart and you'll see it. So yeah, if Bitcoin can stay above this 4 hour reverse Fisher, and we can keep this reverse wave trend, right? Keep this reverse wave trend above that Fisher is what I want to really see, just like we had over here. And I was talking, right? I was like, look, all the variance log moving averages, I have the ribbon on. They all squeeze together right here. Bitcoin was above all of the power means, right? Above the reverse wave trend in Fisher. And this is what Bitcoin does. As soon as you think, this is why we trade low time frame volatility. As soon as you think one thing, Bitcoin does the other. Goes right down to the reverse Fisher. It's like what, 4K drop or something like that? No, 3K. Crazy. Well, at one time, what was it up to? 39.3. Sorry, 3K. 3K drop. Just boop. Over a 2-day period. It'd be nice. We need to get price action back up above. I'm even going to say above all the ribbon again, because now what's the ribbon doing? The ribbon's starting to flip back to the downside. Bitcoin needs to get back up above 38K, which is, it can do it. It can go up just as fast as it drops, right? This is what we're going to get over into the main trading chart here. Ding, ding. Okay, who's tweaking with my shit? Why are all my labels on? Don't even say it, MJ. Get off there. I don't know why the hell all these labels are on, man. Maybe I was sleep trading. I better check my account. What the fuck? Go in there and you're... Oh! I wrecked myself into sleep. Bilbo rugged himself. I've done some wild shit trading before, though. Trust me. I haven't rugged myself, but I have definitely got up and got onto my workstation and done some things in my sleep. That's why sometimes take a break. And I did not remember doing it. Crazy. Let's see here. Very interesting. You can see what's going on. Okay, so the entropy correlation is flashing right now. Going to have to keep an eye on this. We still haven't had on the 4 hour, right? We really haven't had a big move where the correlation really jumped to one side or the other. We've had some little trend going on. Not a lot. But look at the correlation breaks on the historical volatility Z-score. It's been, the Z-score itself has been steadily rising, right? Steadily rising. And here's where we had that up move. It continued up. This is where we got the down move earlier, right? Now look at the correlation. Breaks again. It's going back up in a positive correlation. If we break to the top side of the zero threshold and this goes into positive correlation up here, this Z-score continues to rise. I'm telling you, this thing's going to pop. It's going to look good. Yeah. Wanted to see that too. Let me turn this off so everybody can get a good look at our returns oscillator here. Turn off this higher time frame. Boop. Bye-bye. Here we go. I don't even have to see it. Everybody knows. Guys, hey, we got a wolf. Hey, gray face wolf. All right, go lay down, bud. Go lay down. We'll go to the park. Look at the low right here on the return oscillator. Higher low. Higher low. Higher low. Low. Lower low. Lower low. Lower low. Telling you, that's a lot of 4 hour bull div. A lot of 4 hour bull div. And just recently, bull div on the DLP. Yep. A little bit on the log return Z-score. You blow it up, you can see it. Boop, boop. All right, high or low. So this could easily pop here. This could easily pop. And the returns oscillator, right? It's got room to run. I mean, let's keep this in perspective. Look at some of these highs. Look where the returns oscillator is right now. And it's bull div. This thing pops up here, you're probably going to see Bitcoin right up there around 38, 39K. Wouldn't doubt it. Like to see the bull div. Why? Why is alpha trading always talk about divergence? Because number one, we know how to use it, and we know that the only divergence that matters is between price action and returns. Period. The end. It's not even an argument that we will even entertain at this point. You want to use divergence between indicators like RSI, stochastic, MACD, and price action? Knock yourself out. Knock yourself out. You can do that because we need a bunch of fresh souls on the other side of our trades, right, guys? We always need fresh people on the other side of our trades. That's why you don't see us out there just, oh, guys, please come and join us. Please come and check out our indicators. They're great. You should really see the alpha trading system. We really don't care. We're literally offering our help to people. When you have actually lost enough in these markets and you want to turn things around, we're here for you. If you don't want to, really don't care. We really don't care. And the people that really understand this, they're chuckling right now because they know we don't care. Every time we win a trade, the person on the other side of that trade is using traditional technical analysis and probably following YouTube Jimmy, right? Well, YouTube Jimmy said this was going to happen. Never happens like YouTube Jimmy's going to say, right? YouTube Jimmy's YouTube Jimmy for a reason. It's insanity, man. Okay, so yeah, that looks good right there anyway. And entropy percentile in the 4 hour. So if we see this historical volatility z-score continue to rise, positively correlated, and we see the volatility percentile contract all the way on this 636 length heading into negative correlation, the Shannon entropy percentile continue to contract negatively correlated, this price will go to the top side, especially with this bull div. And the log return z-scores down here on these lower confidence intervals, right? It didn't get down to the 99, but it made a run to the 95, right? But it looks like it's popping out of here. Looks like it's popping out of here. We'll see. We will see. But that's right on the 4 hour. Let's see if anything's changed on the daily. Oh, you just saw that, right? We were literally just started having, we're having an outlier on the 4 hour. The correlation's flipping. When I just put this on, it was just blue. As soon as that price action got back down to 36.9, it goes negatively correlated. Let's see what happens. There's also yeah, no div. But the good thing is, remember, the only hidden bear there was on the log return z-score. But usually when this log return z-score on the daily gets that far below the 99% confidence interval, it's going to work its way back up to at least the 90% confidence interval. So yeah, let's keep an eye on this going into the new day to see what is going to happen. Yeah, the last couple days, right? We had the $3,000 pullback or whatever contraction, right? Was going negatively correlated, but as soon as we started dropping, look at the correlation break positive during contraction. Yeah, same thing. Down it goes. Be nice to see some bull div building, but guys, we had a bunch of bull div building, right? Especially on these higher time frames. We get a new 2-day today, I believe. 2, 3, 4. No. Yeah, today. Get a new 2-day candle today. There was that hidden bear divergence, right? There was hidden bear divergence on log return z-score, returns oscillator. Hell, it's even on the Fisher. Let's see if this returns oscillator can bounce off this zero mean, right? And work the 2-day. This 2-day still hasn't came up here and tested this 9-length variance log MA. Guys, it's like 43.3 right now. This thing's got room to run. And that's what I'm looking for on these higher time frames. What's going to happen if BTC's data set works its way back up to this 9-length variance log MA? That's going to tell a lot. Can we get by it? Can we get by it? Let's see here, what's happening? Yeah, I like down the 2-day, right? We got back above this 2-day Gaussian mean, right? Hadn't closed the candle above it in a while. Now we're back down below it. It'd be nice to see about a $600-700 run going into the end of the day. Let's see if BTC can pull it off. I mean, that Gaussian means at 37.7. Yeah, it's going to take a nice bump. Let's go. Let's go. Move it. Yeah, I mean, this 2-day candle, right? Correlation building to the downside. That's what the bright pink was telling you. As the entropy was dropping into trend. Again, 2-day candle, contraction. Correlation broke to the top side on this 2-day candle. Everything in here shows why we did this 2-day candle is bearish. Let's see if we can turn this around. Or is this just going to be another high or low? Right? And is this a returns oscillator coming off of this hidden bear divergence going to bring this baby back to the downside? If that happens, let's see here. If that happens, we're probably going to do a 1 SD run. We could be back down to 35 easily. Easily. Wah wah. Let's see here. Yeah, we just got the new 3-day. I think the 3-day and the 5-day now, both we get a new on Friday. That'd be awesome. Good stuff. But look at the 3-day, right? The 3-day was building that hidden bear too. Look at the 3-day returns oscillator. This is a higher, this is a higher time frame. Pretty strong. And remember, this is a returns oscillator. Price action follows returns. That's what people miss. That's what people miss the whole point of what we talk about. They always do, because number one, they don't even know what returns are, right? When it's literally in the name. People ask me all the time, what are returns? It's like that emoji with the guy, the hand on his face. It's like, I don't know what to tell you. Returns. It's the returns on your investment, right? That's why we only look at that divergence. Because when there's divergence between the returns and the price action, it's telling you the return on your investment is diminishing. Take your profit. And usually when you see that setting up, you're hitting a significant level on the VRE, whether it be volatility price action ranges or standard or normal or Laplace distribution levels. One or the other. Let's see here. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, nice. See, we got Colby in here coming over from the Yetis. Good to see you, bud. So anyway, yeah, 3-day. I like the returns oscillator on the 3-day. Let's be honest, right? It's heading to the top side still. Had a little stutter step. So considering we're just getting this 3-day candle, we had that nice bounce down there off of what? 4-hour reverse Fisher. Right? It's been hovering right around it. But you can see, right? I talked about, hey, let's close at least above this 4-hour mean. That skinny white line is the mean of the deviation bands that are in dot form right now. So I don't take away from, I just don't want that much noise on the chart. There's enough noise with the UPM, right? Got all these variance log moving average and our power means. Reverse wave trend, the white dots. And a BTC pops out here. Look for that area, 37, about 37.7, to see how the Bitcoin data set reacts up there. I mean, it's about, what, $1,000 above. Let's see what happens if it gets up there. Okay, let's pop down an intraday before we go over to traditional markets and check out SPY and the E-mini futures on NASDAQ. Now, and when I say intraday, everybody knows. I will go to a 4-hour at the beginning of the day. I will look at the chart, right? I'll look at the chart. I will diagnose that chart, not a single indicator, right? When you stare at these charts all the time, you look at something like this, just like the guys that are piloting a freaking F-35, right? You're looking at the entire screen as one. You're not focused on anything individual. It's giving you a signal if you just look at it, right? And so I will get my bias of that 4-hour trend. And wherever that 4-hour trend is, when I start to go down and trade intraday, 90-minute, 45-minute, 15-minute, 5-minute, that is where the direction of that 4-hour trend is where I will expose myself to that side. Say I've got 3 Bitcoins in the account. When I'm scalping with the 4-hour trend intraday, I will expose all 3 of those Bitcoins. Never leveraged. As an alpha trader, I beat this in people's heads. Don't use leverage. You're going to regret it. You will get wicked out, right? It's a dangerous game you're playing if you're using leverage. Take your time. Slow and steady wins the race. Build your account up. All of a sudden, you've got 1 Bitcoin. Then you can trade with 1 Bitcoin with the 4-hour trend. But say I'm counter trading. Say I'm counter trading that 4-hour trend intraday. I see a good scalp opportunity. I'm only using one of my 3 Bitcoins, right? I'm only going to trade a third of my account. Where other people are like, I'm going 50x. I mean, it's just like, go for it. Hopefully you're on the other side of my trade, Goofy. It's just crazy. So, let's look at the 90-minute here. We'll do a quick 90, 45, 15-minute little looky poo. Yeah, you can see the entropy percentile. I mean, it's flat right now, positively correlated. That's why this price is coming down here in these last couple of 15-minute candles. I mean, it's popped up above this Gaussian mean right now. Let's see if it can stay on the 90-minute here above it. Yeah, I said 15. I'm at 90. Above it. I mean, we ran that 90-minute candle up. Now the Gaussian mean on the deviation band's 36.7. See if we can at least close above that going into the end of the day. But like I already talked about, I'd like to see BTC close up in this daily range. It's got some work to do in the next hour and what, half? Yeah, next 6 15-minute candles. Let's see if BTC can close. I'm telling you right now, like I said at the beginning of the stream, this red dotted line is the top of the new weekly price action volatility range. There's the bottom. There's the center. BTC right now is in it, right? More specifically today, in between these two white cross lines that are the 68.3 daily Laplace distribution range. If BTC can close above outside of this weekly, that's good for the bulls. The bears are going to defend this area with their last breath. The bulls are going to defend down here. They've actually been front running the bottom of the weekly. This is all algos, right? People that watch these videos understand that. 80 to 90% of the trading going on in all these markets, all these data sets are being pushed around by algorithms, not retail traders. Like people think, oh, we strong. Not that strong. No, sir. But it's looking like it wants to roll over, so I'm going to pop back over here and see if there's any div. But it'd be nice to close up here above at least like 37.3. Get up into this daily. Okay. There is no bear div. There is no bear div. A little bit of hidden bear on the returns, on the log return z-score. But there is none. I guess a little bit on Fisher as well. Fisher's strong though. Fisher is strong. They're both heading up. But what really matters is that a returns oscillator, right? And there is no bear div. No bear div. No bull div either. The bull div was back here though, right? From here to here. So that's why we started getting these pops, right? We started getting these pops on the 90-minute. Boom, boom. Because we were getting these lower lows from that data set right there, and it was creating that bull div between returns and price action. Look at the DLP, deviation log pro, right? Log returns weighted with deviation. Bull div all over the place, right? From this data set way up here, these are all lower lows. So at some point, I see this thing popping. See it popping. Maybe we get another nice little 90-minute pop like this. In the back here, right, this is where on the 4-hour chart where we were getting up above all those variance log moving averages. And I'm like, let's go, Bitcoin. True Bitcoin fashion. Smack, smack. As soon as you think you know what Bitcoin's going to do, it just slaps you in the face. That's why we're down here on these lower time frames trading. 45 minutes. Well, the 45-minute log return z-score is definitely up there hanging around in these upper confidence intervals. Little bit of bear div too, right? Got a lower high on the returns oscillator, higher high on the BTC data set. But now it's hanging right above that 9-length variance log moving average right there. Fishers are both up, DLP's up. This is important over here on the 45-minute to see, in typical BTC fashion, right? You go over here to look at the historical volatility z-score. The fucking thing's just going sideways. Just going sideways, Bilbo. It's significantly positively correlated right now to price action. If this turns to the upside, BTC is going to pop. If this z-score goes to the downside, it's going to come down. It's just how it works. We need some expansion on the volatility percentile. It's not significant, but it is positively correlated right now. I always like seeing the Shannon entropy percentile expanding, positively correlated, right? That's going to fight against this bear div that's happening on the 45. It's probably why it's hanging up here above the 9 right now. Good stuff. Let me see something real quick. Yeah, and that's really not a lot of bear div either. No, back off. Let's go to the 15 minutes, see what's happening here. Let me look why. Chew on my pineapple. Okay, good. Setting up a lot of hidden bull. Between that low, this low. Actually, let's just do these last two. And it is up here on the 15. Above like the 9, 33, and 54 length. Variance log moving average. We get an end of the day pop here. But you do have a lower low building on the returns oscillator. And this is trying to set in a low up here above these variance log moving averages. Going to want to see this volatility percentile, though, expand positively correlated, not contract. That's why we had this down candle. All right, went positively correlated while it was contracting. Same with the Shannon entropy. All right, just right here, it started contracting and it expanded again, positively correlated. We got this nice move to the top side. Let's see that happen again. This is even contracted more than back here. Let's see some expansion on this next 15-minute. Maybe the next 4 15-minute candles. Boop, 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 boop. Positively correlated. Rock. Mm-hmm. 5 minute. 5 minutes positively correlated expanding. All good things roll uphill, right? And they're literally, this log returns Z-score. There wasn't any bear div. Right? Perfect. Perfect. So this thing could definitely turn back up. The returns oscillator in the 5 minute. Definitely bull div. It's above the zero mean now. It's like, man, this guy's crazy. He's down there in crypto on the 5 minute chart. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. When YouTube Jimmy's out there, don't trade low time frame crypto. You'll get wrecked. That's where all the volatility is, YouTube Jimmy. When you trade volatility, you go to where the volatility's at. Oh boy. All they want to do is get you to hit their affiliate links and on-ramp you onto leveraged exchanges that pay YouTube Jimmy Bitcoins to load people onto their exchange. That's what people don't understand. Everybody's like, YouTube Jimmy's a great trader. Look at all the nice shit he has. Yeah, you're buying his freaking trading programs and you're using their affiliate links. That's how YouTube Jimmy makes money. Most YouTube Jimmies, they don't trade. This is a known fact in the inner circles. They don't trade. They're shitty traders. They're con men. We trade here. That's what we do. All right, I'm done eating pineapple. Give me a second here. That's enough on Bitcoin anyway. Here's what I want to say. Let's look at Spy's rodeo. Woohoo! Pre-market that got wrecked. All right, it's up here yesterday. That blue cross line on Spy. We're intraday. It ran up to the first standard deviation normal distribution. Look at pre-market. Boop! Fell off the planet. Where did it find support? Right here. What is that little globule? That is the tightest monthly price action volatility range on SPY I have ever seen. 31 cents to be exact. What's that telling me? SPY is going to trend all over the place. Up and down. Or this thing's going to get ripped loose. Jerome Powell's going to turn on the brrrr. And the market's going to explode. Or SPY's going to dump. Here's one good thing. Look, going into the close today on SPY, it dropped below first standard deviation normal distribution. Where did it close though? Pulled back up, closed inside the 1SD. Watch pre-market tomorrow. If you're actively trading SPY, watch the pre-market tomorrow. See what happens. See if pre-market SPY can get back up above about 450.5. Open up pre-market above that monthly. People that understand this in traditional markets, which there's very few, right? If this data set is below this monthly range, this thing could trend to the downside. This thing could really trend to the downside big time. Where would I look for a bounce at? Here's the weekly price action volatility range we got 3 days ago, right? Here's the weekly. Probably bounce down there around what is the top? 438.77. Probably bounce around there if it doesn't want to get into the meat of this weekly, right? Which it got tested. It got tested back here. It was within like 50 cents or something. That's close. That wick. Whoop. Excuse me. Got all the way down there. But that definitely doesn't look good. All right. I was talking up SPY, wasn't I? You can go back on the stream. But when you hear me talking something up, you'll always hear me talking to the other side too. And I went over to the probability chart and I said, SPY is going here or SPY is going here. One way or the other, especially by the end of this month. I'll do it right now for people that did not hear it. Let's click this on SPY real quick. Then we're going to run this up onto the monthly. So what am I looking at here? I'm not YouTube Jimmy. You can call me Volatility Jimmy. So I'm looking at first standard deviations on the monthly. All right. Here's the 1SD to the top side at 480. New all-time highs for SPY. Barely, but it is a new all-time high. 480.96. Or this monthly candle goes down to let's just say 433. From what I'm seeing on that monthly price action volatility range, that's going to be the smallest of the move. I'm looking for a 1SD run on SPY. Now, when we get to the end of the month, we'll be able to look back and be like, oh, I see now. I'll tell you what we're not going to see. We're not going to see SPY just dicking around in some small little monthly candle. We're going to see a monthly candle like this. It's going to be massive. There's going to be a lot of movement. And if this thing really wants to make a move down to the 95.4 Laplace, right at 420, or we go to the top side. Here's what I talk about all the time. Here's the top side of the 68.3 Laplace distribution range on the monthly for SPY. Here's the first standard deviation normal distribution on SPY. Here's the 95.4 Laplace distribution up at 503.52 for SPY. The second standard deviation, that little blue dot right there, is about $3 above it. Look to the downside here. Here's the 95.4 Laplace. Here's the second standard deviation. Do you see the difference? You see how wide this range is to the bottom and how tight it is at the top? That gives me bias to the top side. All right, I'm one of the only ones, even coming from where we were before with volatility, with the other volatility, let's just call him the dictator, trying to explain to these people how important it is to recognize this at the opening of these weekly and monthly candles. And they're just like, oh, you're a dumbass. I'm like, okay, whatever, dipshit. This gives me bias to the top side because of that tight range. That acts as a magnet for price action to draw this monthly price action on SPY's data set to the top side. We'll see. It's a very high percentage that it works like that. I mean, it's not like I was just like, okay, this is what, I mean, I back test. And you don't back test these indicators, but I went back in time through the data set. Does this make sense? Because I started seeing some things and I was like, yeah, hell yeah, it makes sense. Just like on the VRE with the daily, weekly, and monthly price action volatility ranges, it always get tested. It's not like I was just like, I'm gonna make this declaration. These areas always get tested. No, I went back through time, through the data set and went, yeah, they do always get tested. This is very powerful. So let's look for that on SPY. Massive range this month. We're going to get a massive candle. If we don't, something new to look at, right? But when you get that tight monthly range on SPY like that, tighter than I've ever seen it, this thing's going to trend like crazy. This day, let's see what happens tomorrow. Let's see what happens on Thursday and Friday in SPY going into the weekly close, right? Because if it continues to the downside, hey, maybe that trends to the downside, right? Or maybe the first half of the month, it trends down there. I mean, all you got to do, look at last month's candle, right? Look at the wick it left behind. This thing could easily run down here to the 1SD or the 95.4 and rip to the upside. Fireworks in SPY this month. That's one thing I can tell you. Be careful if you're trading it. Trade the low time frame, intraday volatility. You will be fine. 100%. Now, let's look at NASDAQ. Because NASDAQ, holy shit, NASDAQ dumped out while I was just running my gums, didn't it? It dropped another 300 points. Holy shit. Oh, yeah, but yep, that's, no. It climbed back up. We're good. It just hasn't caught up yet. They're on their little breaky poo. All good. Where did NASDAQ bounce from? Look, almost all day today, NASDAQ was hanging around where? Let's see here. Here's the monthly range. Here's what you got to realize. Yep, no, it got tested. Beg my pardon. Where's that weekly at? There it is. Let me see something. Yep, weekly got tested immediately, right? On Monday, NASDAQ went down, tested the new weekly price action volatility range. What a bounce. Where did it bounce from? To the dollar on this 4-hour candle right here. It dropped down, hit the second standard deviation normal distribution. Bounced from there right to where? The weekly R1. Got stifled right here. And that's also, what else is that? That is literally the bottom side of the first standard deviation on the new daily candle. There's the 1SD, the top side. Here's what's interesting though. Look, this was the new daily range for NASDAQ. Guys, it has not been tested. Let's see what happens when these babies start popping again. Watch SPY run up here. 1500. Could easily happen. 1542. Yeah. Yep. Keep an eye on that for sure. And let's go over here. Let me put this on NASDAQ. Now, it's a bigger monthly range, so is what I would look at right now is SPY probably, or NASDAQ, MJ help, NASDAQ probably ranging inside the 68.3 Laplace, right? It's to the downside, 15,016 is the 68.3 to the downside. The top side's at 15,634. I could probably see this baby pulling back up. There is, let's see here. Let me get this right. 1, 2. Is that baby right in there? Yes, it's just hid. It's hid. It's a tight little range right there. Tight little 68.3 on the monthly. It's right in there. I could see NASDAQ just range in that area, to be honest. Or I'll tell you what, no, that's a topside 68.3. You guys got to bear with me because sometimes the 95.4 Laplace hides right underneath the second standard deviation, and that's what we're seeing. But 95 for Laplace, 1742. Second standard deviation, 1757. Right? Or is that even wrong too? Give me a second. My God. Confusing everybody right now. Get a beat on this. That's a 1SD. 16109. Yeah, 114. No, that's right. They're both right here. The pink dot's underneath the blue dot right there. So what's that telling me? Because look to the downside. That's a 95.4 in the second standard deviation. They're right on top of each other, top side. Maybe in traditional markets, this is a little freaking bear trap. This thing's just going to pop like crazy. Thursday, Friday, Nasdaq going into the close, right? We're going to have to see what happens, right? SPY will close a couple hours before CME, so we'll have to see how it pans out. I'm gonna roll laughing though Thursday and Friday if these things pop to the top side, because all the bears, they got they're freaking all stoned on honey, getting all excited, right? I don't know. Be careful, bears. Could get wrecked. Could make a lot of money. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. And of course, I haven't been in the stream chat all day. Let me check this real quick. I'm like probably 75% keto, to be honest. You're like, Bilbo, every time I see you, you're eating sugar. No, I eat a lot of meat and I eat a lot of chili spice pineapple. That's my diet. And a lot of coffee. How to use UPM while doing a trading session. You know what I use the UPM for? It's kind of trend. I don't actively use it, especially intraday, say, Ron. I'm looking at those reverse wave trend, reverse Fisher. What are the variance log moving averages at? Where are my power means at? Yeah, time to fly. It's weird. It's almost like Trading View. Trading View is like, hey, let's flip everybody's labels on. Somebody ate 5 grams of mushrooms last night and fucking woke up and decided to have fun with everybody. Who knows? Crazy Trading View. Let me see. These timer GPM as well. Not really, man. I don't use, that's not how I use the UPM. I'm not saying you can't. There's 5 plots in there, right? Depends on how you trade. Are you going to trade specifically? I use it all for confluence. Let's put it that way. But if I'm down and I'm trading intraday, I'm going to look on the 4-hour. I'm going to look at the power means. I'm going to see where the data set is, right? Where's it at away from the 9 length, the 9, the 33, or the 99 length power means. What does the ribbon look like that I have sent to variance log moving averages? Where is the reverse wave trend in the reverse Fisher? Right? See, and you could see on that 4-hour, it was bouncing off that reverse Fisher. So that's how I use it. It's not like when I'm trading, trying to get entries like on the 15 or 5 minute. I'm not looking at the UPM. I probably look at that at the beginning of the day if I'm actively trading, which I'm not right now. We all know that. I'm in the middle of this move and shit. Somebody bought my whale. You little donkey. So yeah, good stuff. Hopefully everybody enjoyed that. And if you are watching this on YouTube for the first time, we're Alpha Trading. We trade volatility, probability, and statistics. And we love to teach people to do the same. But at the same time, like I said at the beginning of the stream, it doesn't matter to us. If you think this is all hogwash, hey, there's nothing to see here. Move along. We're fine with that, right? That's why we're a tight-knit group Discord, right? Everybody's trading the same way. We're not on all these other trading Discords where everybody's like, my MACD is better than your RSI, and I know this, and blah, blah, blah. It's a joke, man. Everybody's on a different page. We're not on different pages here. Everybody in this community trades using the same philosophy, right? And the same, and the biggest part of that philosophy is, number one, do not be emotionally attached to your trade. That's the only trading psychology you need to know. If I lose a trade, I have to make sure I don't break a monitor. Emotion's natural. Don't pack that shit down. I'm a man. You're going to end up having a heart attack, man. The second, take your profit. The third, limit your loss. Limiting your loss by not putting a stop loss in the exchange system. Keep it in your head. Stay at your monitors while you're actively trading intraday. If you can't do that, don't be a day trader, because day traders lose money. Right? Most day traders lose money. They'll be bragging like they're making money. No, most of them lose money. It's a fact. 90% of them. Okay, but that's the whole deal. And the link to our Discord is in the description of all of our videos. Come check us out. Read the welcome message. Look into the shop channel. There's 2 different levels to our Discord that give you access to the alpha trading system. Open up a support ticket. Tell us what's on your mind. And you guys that are watching live in the Discord, which is another perk, 5 days a week, we do these live streams. They're an hour in length. You get to watch in the Discord live. You don't have to wait till they come out on YouTube. And as usual, I want to thank everybody that is watching live today. We love you guys, right? We appreciate you all. And with all that being said, wherever you live at on this big, beautiful blue marble, have a wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening. We'll see you tomorrow, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.